Welcome to Power Your Life Today. I'm Kristy Jo, Mind and Body Strategist. Let's help you ditch the distress. How many times have you just had so much on your mind, whether it's something in the future, something right now, and it's causing you panic, anxiety, irritation, and you are just, It's very distressing when you aren't finding solutions and you're letting anything intensify within you. We got to get rid of that, because when you're living like this, you can't be a person of value and love. You can't contribute. So we need to calm the situation inside so you can go out and power your life. There's a few tactics that you need to know about and implement often. They help so much, and I use them almost every day. Depends on the situation. The first one I'd like you to know is called worst case scenario. Now, this is where we take an event, something usually that we're a little bit nervous about or scared, and we're going to set it up as the worst possible thing that could happen and roll with it. Let me tell you an example. A few years ago, I was going to be on TV for the first time. I was doing a segment on cooking for my nutrition line, The Power Foods Lifestyle. Well, I was really nervous about it, and I was letting the thought of, how many thousands of people are going to be watching me? What if I make a mistake? And I was letting it roll inside of me and causing this agitation. Finally, the night before, it was so severe, and I was panicking. I called my mother, as I always do. Thank you, Mom. And she advised me to take it to the worst case scenario. So we did that together. What was the worst possible thing that could happen? Well, maybe I would just blankly stare at the camera. Okay, well, what would happen then? Well, maybe the cameraman would cut back to the anchor. What if I tore my pants? Same thing, it would be embarrassing, but probably they would cut to another shot. These people are trained. What if I just said something wrong, or I stuttered, or just, I don't know, any possible, said the wrong word, or I said something incorrectly? Okay. And am I going to die? Am I going to lose every possibility of ever teaching nutrition again or having anyone trust me? No. It might be embarrassing. I might have to correct myself later online, but I would get through it. Once I'd played through all of those worst case scenarios, I felt better, and I went to the studio the next morning very early. Well, I was in the kitchen 5 minutes before we were supposed to go live, and I suddenly realized I didn't have the chicken I had prepared the night before to demonstrate to the viewers. What was I going to do? Suddenly, like a horrifying situation had happened, and I started to panic, and I quickly remembered, you know what? You're going to get through this. I quickly re-scripted what I was going to do. The camera came in, we went live, saw the red light, did my segment, and it was fine, and I lived through it. When we set ourselves up for worst case scenario, we actually realize half of it is illogical, what we're putting in our brain, but you got to bring it to the surface. The next tactic you can use to help diffuse the internal stress is to make a list. Write down every possible thing that's distressing you, whether it's my car is a mess, this person is really irritating me, or I need to get this paper done, whatever it is, in work, in your business, in your education, in your family. Write down every little thing. And then out to the right of that little signifier or whatever activity it is, think about, is there a solution for this? Is there a possibility of me taking action to fix this? We want to be a solution finder, and you make those lists and you find a solution. Half the time, our brain is percolating through all of the distressing things that we have a solution for if we would just identify it and do it. So make the list. If you can't find a solution or think of one, cross it off. It probably isn't worth worrying about. Last but not least is a very important tactic I use in business, but you can apply it in your home life. I think it does apply a lot to work, schooling, any of our day-to-day actions. And it's the D process. Go through the D process. There's 4 Ds. Do it now, delegate, defer, or delete. So often, we all have way longer to-do lists than we could possibly do. When you're feeling like that, you can feel stressed, really agitated, and everything is just an emergency in your brain, and you're not calm and loving and having a good day and enjoying the journey of your life. So take it to the D process. Can you do it now? If you can, great, get it done right now. If you can't do it now, delegate. Can you shift this to somebody else? Can you hire somebody to do this? Can you ask a favor from a friend? It is okay to delegate. You have to. You can't do everything yourself. If you cannot delegate this task and you have to do it, then defer it. That means postpone it. Can you set yourself up for a task to do it in 2 weeks or 2 months or 2 years, whatever that is? There's a difference between defer and procrastination. Deferring means it is okay, it is not detrimental to the final outcome of the project for you to put it to a later date. And if you cannot defer it, delete it, discard it. You obviously don't have it high enough on the priority list for it to make a difference. If you can't do it now, if you can't delegate, and if you can't, what's the other one? Defer it, delete it. This is going to make your life so much better. Just diffuse the situation, ditch the distress, use your worst case scenario, write a list for solutions, and take it to the D process. You're going to live a more powerful life. Thanks for watching. If this resonated with you, please share it with one person who comes to mind. Investing in yourself is the best investment you're ever going to make, because when you improve your life, everybody around you improves their lives too. Subscribe to this channel so you are really sure to catch our next power session together, so you can continue to power your life to one of more service, value, and love. Until then, power your life today.